about your plans to make me blue with some other guy you knew before. Between the two of us, guys, you know I love you more. It took me by surprise, I must say, when I found out yesterday. Don't you know that I heard through the grapevine that much longer would you be mine? Oh, I heard it through the grapevine. Oh, I'm just about to lose my mind, honey, well.
Hi guys, how you doing? Okay, so I thought I would talk just a little bit, okay? I'm really not sure what I'm going to go over. I am, but it's pretty much the appearance of pride and things that make you go, but things that really, why I struggle so much. Okay, now I'm going to put a link in the description for people to watch, and I would love for you to watch it, okay? And it's by Monique, by Monique Ascending, okay? And it's to do with one of my placements of what I'm going to talk about, of why this is so difficult for me. And it's having Aquarius in the 4th house, and she really explains, because it's no good me explaining that to you, but I'm going to try to explain to people, because a lot of people are leaving comments and they're kind of saying how. But this is where the fear, and why I talk about fear of abandonment and fear, and the pride and ego that also keeps me stuck, because it's right. So when you have this placement, you struggle with so much of knowing that you basically that you see further than most. Okay, that you see further than most. That doesn't mean that I can see that far ahead of the future of Peter and Paul and spaceships. Okay, it means that I can read and see people. Okay, pretty much, and dead people. Right. But it's like a feeling of where you know, right? And you can listen to other readers that are really, really good readers. And this is not me slating anybody, because there are also a lot of good readers out there, okay? But this is where I struggle with this placement, is the fact that the belief system of me, of where I know the answers of a lot of things, but what holds me back is knowing that because another reader, if I watch another reader, okay, is the fact that their belief system is also true, but the doubt that causes within me is, well, am I actually seeing further than most? Do I really believe in what I'm seeing and hearing to be true? Can this also be true? Should I expand outside of the boundaries to break the chain of... See, this is my head. This is where my head goes. It's because it's that fear of belief, of knowing that you are more than likely seeing ahead of more than a lot of people, okay? But the expression of saying that gives you doubt of knowing, are you taking that belief away from other people? Do you really believe in what you hear and what you see is further than most? So how this can relate to, see, even that sounds condescending to me, because you have this placement and you just see it. You just see it. It's so difficult. It's so difficult. Because it's the appearance of pride and denial. The appearance of pride and denial of broken foundations. Also the Tower, 7, the Chariot, 7, the 7 of Cups. I was going to do something, but the appearance of pride and trust. And this is where people fall under the bracket of illusion and denial. Okay, so don't mean to point my finger. I have Gemini moon and I do that a lot. But you fall under that bracket of appearance of denial because of appearance, of things that appear to be broken, but you try to fix it regardless, not knowing that you are still doing it. When you are coupled with people believe in cards, and this is why I do things via Skype, okay, is that the cards will never be able to pick up trust. 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 You always trust your own belief. You can never change someone else's trust or belief. If you're in a ship, okay, you're in a ship, and the trust has been broken, it sinks, right? It sinks. And no matter how many times you've tried to rebuild it, it sank, pretty much, if you're in a ship, okay, because of trust. Trust that is broken, the foundation. Okay, so talking about trust, okay, bringing it together and talking about trust, okay. A trusted bond, is what you talk of. That's why you form the ship, okay. That's why you form the separation of denial. It's because you fall under the bracket of that denial self of love, of what that really is, because you are in denial, you are codependent, okay. You are codependent on somebody that doesn't trust you. So you try to fix the trust by changing yourself. But you can't change the other self of the trust that was broken if somebody doesn't trust you. That's why you fall under the Peter and Paul and the Batman and Superman of trying to refix the broken self of a reflection of a soulmate, of why things can end up karmic and toxic, of why you tried so hard to get out but you wonder why you go back. It's because it's under the bracket of, well, let's try to fix what's broken. What is broken? The trust. The trust. People go backwards in life to try and give it one more go of building, trying to rebuild the trust. The trust is broken. It's broken. And that's why people fall under this bracket of a notion that love's supposed to be painful. It isn't. It's because the trust is broken. If somebody does not trust you, that will not show up in future predictions of the cards, because the cards will not show trust. This is why you need to know yourself and your belief of what I was trying to explain, of why the Aquarian energy is so difficult for me. They live in delusion of their eternal self. 7, the Tower. Okay, it's a foundation of here I am. Here I am running up the 7th floor. Okay, sorry. But it's the appearance of pride. Okay, it's the external appearance of where someone doesn't trust us because of internal issues of the external self. The external self. This is why you form codependency. Okay, and other things that I'm going to do modules on. But that's why people run backwards, because they fall under that bracket of denial of, well, I'm really in love, but I just don't know. Why? Because you're not trusted. This is why you always think that it's someone else, where it's not. It's you. It's you. Is it you or is it them? Do you know? Or are you creating a mirror? You create a mirror by getting in triangles of 3. Triangles of 3, okay. Creates a mirror of denial, okay. Creates a mirror of denial of where it relates to past life karma, okay. But when we talk about ship, you actually literally have to be in a ship in order to know whether to jump aboard or stay aboard, okay. So that means that you're in a partnership or a relationship that ends up being a ship, okay. One of those Peter and Paul effects that I talk about, okay, of where you fly away and you come back and then you come back and you fly away again. Separation and avoidance of knowing that the trust is literally broken. And the more you try to fix it, the more you fail. The more you fight, the more you lose. The more you lose, the more you want to fight. Control. You're trying to control a substance that's already controlled because it's already broken. Already broken. Trust in an actual relationship, a long-term relationship or partnership, can never, in my eyes, in my vision, can never truly be fixed. It's because they also then fall under the bracket of denial of love, the untrusted party of the untrusted one or substance of reflection, okay? So they fall under that bracket and notion of, well, I'm in love, okay? So then what they do is they form a mask of codependency through the reflection of this energy, okay, where it then shows you a lesson again, of the same thing. It's because this person will live in denial of thinking, well, I want this person that lives under the appearance of pride. I want this person that lives under the appearance of denial of trust. Pretty much, okay? But the appearance of trust will always continue through your year progression of self through cards or month or week, doesn't matter. Because a week to a month can all show you the same thing of the appearance of what energy it pushes out through the energy of the self, okay? Also the mind. But trust, as a clairvoyant, knowing that trust, if someone doesn't trust you, okay, and they're very codependent on restricting you, it can't be rebuilt and refixed by glue, okay? Because it's the glue that binds you back into a cycle again of codependency, of knowing that somebody that doesn't actually trust the ship that they've been in can never be gained if it's completely restrictive, because they are fixed on that what has happened. They are fixed on what that has happened, is that within the ship they realise that you're untrustworthy. You realise that they're untrustworthy, but you're codependent on denial of love, of that you want it but you don't know. So you form a bracket of confusion. So you manifest confusion, as why you go back to an untrusty substance of something that's not trustworthy, of why you fall under the bracket of Peter and Paul, of this twin flame saga. Okay. Real soulmates, they won't actually hurt one another. I don't want to go into that one again. But a lot of you kind of look into that, and they will be on different sections of modules. Okay. But the subject of what I will dive deeper into is this appearance of pride. It's the external mask of oneself that is forced upon within society, that projects out onto a ship, of where you are literally in one and it breaks and you form denial and it comes back and denial and the push and the pull and the push and the pull, okay? Because it's the avoidance, right? Is the fact that it's fear of abandonment. But if somebody, and you've been in something that has suffered through that much fear of the ship that they've tried to build through being an untrustworthy partner of whatever's created through this untrustworthy separation and this, okay, that's where you fall under that bracket of attraction again, to learn the same lesson again, okay, because that will always remain in the subconscious memory constantly. No matter how much you try to fix it, you will never be able to, because the conditioning from the past has also been the conditioning from past life, also childhood past, okay, but also past of the reflection of the Six of Cups, where it's a long-term relationship, past of well, I'd say it was karmic. Six of Cups is karmic relationship, okay. So this is where you have old and fresh and new, okay. But some people, they destroy the new to concentrate on the past, of need refixing the eternal self of the Six of Cups. It's a reflection of the same thing. Fresh and new shouldn't destroy, but search and destroy. It might be 30 seconds to Mars, right? So it might be in the description. But this, I'm trying not to come across condescending, and I'm trying to get this out, is the fact that the codependency of denial of trust is something that's broken within somebody that keeps you restricted through, where they can form so many different things that happen behind your back that you wouldn't literally be known of what they do. But if you are literally, and you know what the untrustworthy or trustworthy partner does, but you are still trying to fix that, what are you fighting for a relationship for? That's the fight or flight. You're still fighting to fix something that's broken. You can't do it, and you never will. The more you try, and because someone like me that would say, "Well, you never will." Some people then can say, "Well, I fucking will. You watch me." Okay, anger, aggression, anger and aggression. Okay, that's where it forms regression through past life. The hardest advice to ever listen to is the truth. That's why I'm a truth seeker and a truth speaker. Third house, Capricorn. That's why I talk about Lucifer, dark and light, perpetuity of both, of restriction, of codependency, and the fear of abandonment. Okay, that's why I talk of that. That's why I end up having religious aspects of certain things. Okay, but I do have distractions at the moment, so I'm going to kind of leave it there at the moment. I don't know what I've babbled out through this, but that's how difficult a placement of 10:10 on the clock, a placement of Aquarius can be, because you see it and you know people, but people think, well, you fucking know it all. So that's where the doubt comes in. That's where you have to believe more in yourself, of giving out the visions that I have. Because I mean, I have so much locked away in me that I don't give out, that will now also be going over to Vimeo very soon, of where I will do modules, and a lot of things will have to be paid for, because I put a lot into what I believe in, and what I try to break out the boundaries of other it doesn't matter, other things, because I have to fully believe in what it is that I see and what I do, and that I can't listen to certain things because I see it differently, patterns and connections, restrictions. I do. So that will be eventually of what it is that I try to teach people. 11 o'clock. What I try to teach people will be in modules, and they will be, depending on how long it is, but they will have a price tag. They will have a price tag. Because I'm writing shitloads of stuff again and hearing so much again. When that comes in, that means that there will be a new belief system that's being told. That's why sometimes I form a restriction, because I know it's about to happen. Okay, but I will leave that there for the moment, and I'm going to try and finish off Cancer, and I've got another sign to do, I think. Okay, but I don't know if that helps a lot of you or not. I'm trying to, well, I mean, that's again Aquarius. You think that you can save people, okay? You think that you can literally save people and form a belief onto other people of what it is that you see, of why you need to try and break out of it. That's why it's choice and opportunity, of trying to listen to the thing that's said, why it's the hardest thing to do, because it breaks your heart. It breaks your heart. But it should. Because that's where the most amount of work is done, in the dark. The darkness is where the work is done. It's not the light. It's where the dark self finds its low vibration. Because a low vibration finds you in the dark, and is why you go back in denial again. Because your vibration's low. Another vibration comes back to show you a lesson in the dark, to pull you from the dark, to lead you into codependency of restriction, the devil, energy again. Okay, so we should learn through the realizing that the low vibrational self of the dark is where we learn through that, and then we move forward towards the light. But if you didn't learn anything through the dark, okay, and it's going to be in modules. It's going to be in modules. Okay, so it's good to speak to you all. Thank you all so much for your kind comments and all the new people that have joined. I very much do appreciate that. You know, I really do. I'm trying to read them all and try to comment back, but I do have a lot of kind of things that I am obviously planning and writing. So I do apologise for me babbling, but I am trying to process the next steps of what the fuck it is that I'm going to come up with next. Okay, so I'll see you all soon. Thank you.